Embracing innovation in education for a better tomorrow is the central theme of the Impact Education Innovation Summit organized in Yaoundé.
The reason for organizing Imedis, that is Impact Education Summit, is that the education system is like a machine, and that machine produces the children for the future. So when you see the future of probably in the next 10 years or in the next 20 years, what type of children do we want to produce? If we look at the present machine now, meaning the present education system, there is need for us to bring in some innovation in order that we can prepare and produce children that are ready for this future that the whole world is already embracing.
Digital innovations, socio-cultural and emotional intelligence are some of the fallouts of the Education Innovation Summit that brought together educationists, teachers and learners.
The whole world is talking about digitalization now, and we cannot be left behind. Yeah, so one of the things that we want to bring is to enforce this digitalization education. And very soon, and I'm sure we have already started talking about them, we are giving out 7 education innovations that we know that if the education sector can apply only one out of these 7, then it will change the whole landscape as far as our education system is concerned. So what we are going to be doing, this is just the first edition. In subsequent years, for example, next year we are going to do the 2nd edition. And you see that if every year we are coming up with innovative ideas and sharing it with the education body, with the education world, then you realize that the education sector in our nation, certainly in some few years to come, we are going to be at the forefront.
Participants in the summit salute the private initiative that kickstarts the review of education curricula in Cameroon.
Important because we are discussing relevant things that we need to have been talking about for a long time, but they were never said. For example, I was asked to talk about socio-cultural and emotional intelligence at the workplace. In Yaoundé here, I discovered that most often our work environment is not as conducive, not as inclusive, not as satisfactory, not as productive as we intended them to be. The question is why? When we have recruited people who are well qualified, it is because of lack of socio-cultural and emotional intelligence. Employers do not find time to listen to their teachers. They don't create a conducive working environment for teachers. They don't empathize with the teachers. They don't motivate the teachers. They don't encourage the teachers with their attitude. And that is why there's this hiring and firing.
Overall, it was a very wonderful summit addressing barriers to education innovation, and we have to move forward. We have to get in line with the new paradigms in education, and as the Minister of Secondary Education has always said, digital education or digital pedagogy has come to stay. We have to embrace it. So,
addressing barriers to education innovations, embracing socio-cultural and emotional intelligence characterized presentations viewed at inculcating moral values in children both at home and in schools.